Hello, fellow humans. Chris here again. So, today I wanted to talk about leaders, role models, hypocrisy, and consequences. So, as you may know, here in California, we are in the midst of a recall campaign for our governor, Gavin Newsom. The election is going to be on September 14th, and I'm actually working on a long form content video that I'm going to be putting out hopefully in the next couple days, just kind of sharing my views on the recall and just some points about it. So look forward to that. This isn't about the recall specifically, but I did want to touch on one aspect of the recall that keeps getting brought up by the proponents of recalling Gavin Newsom. Back in November of 2020, Gavin Newsom was caught attending a big family gathering composing more than 12 people from different households, which went against his own recommendations that he was giving to us. And he came out under a lot of heat for that. And I actually talked about it on this channel, and I wasn't supportive of it. And again, that's being used now as a major talking point in his recall efforts. So it got me to thinking about it and about hypocrisy in our leaders, modeling the behavior that they advocate for. So it was a mistake for Gavin Newsom to do what he did. But I want to pose the question, what is more dangerous? What is more of a bad faith move? Having something like that, where a leader is advocating for a positive action, an action that is intended to work towards the betterment of something, in this case a pandemic, but not actually subscribing to that behavior, at least in this one case, or having a leader who knows of the threat, knows what the threat is, and downplays it to his people, who, when he comes down with coronavirus himself, tells the country that he is now immune because he's gotten it and that it's nothing to worry about and it's no big deal and you're going to be just fine if you get it. A leader who, right before he leaves office, secretly gets the COVID vaccine, doesn't tell anybody until March, and throughout all this time is not advocating to get the shot, at least not until the time that he became outed for getting the shot, says it's a personal choice. I just wonder what, if you're a supporter of Donald Trump, if you believe in what he says, and you hear him tell you that you should make your own choice, that I'm already immune because I got COVID, it's not a big deal, and then you find out that he secretly gets the vaccine. This is after he had COVID and was allegedly immune, after he got experimental treatment that nobody else was privy to. I just wonder how that would make you feel as a supporter of his, to know that the advice he's giving you goes against what he's doing for himself, as opposed to being hypocritical in that you are going against what you say people should do, which is to mask up, socially distance, limit how many people they have within their bubble, but on this one occasion not doing that. But the science still shows that that is the right thing to do. I've said this before. I'm a big believer in the messenger doesn't matter when it comes to the truth. And so whether the person that says it is a hypocrite or not, whether that person lives by their words or they don't, once you gather what the truth is, it doesn't really matter what that person is doing. But if you are basing your choices, if you are contingent on that person, whoever that person is for you, that leader, that role model, if your decision making is based on that person's actions, and that person's actions are not congruent with the message he's giving you, then what does that tell you about what he thinks about you, about how he cares about you, about his concerns for your and your families and your communities and your children's well-being? He doesn't. He was just he's being asked by his allies. He's being implored by his closest Republican confidants right now to come out and advocate for this vaccine. It could still make such a big difference for him to take some social responsibility and speak up. But he won't do it. And you know why he won't do it? He said why he wouldn't do it. Because he doesn't want to help Joe Biden. That's the reason. That is what your leader, your role model, that's the kind of behavior he wants to display for his people. I am not going to do the right thing, which we know he believes that it's the right thing. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten the vaccine. He got the vaccine because it was the right thing for him. He knew that that was the right thing for him to do. But he doesn't care if you do it. And what's more, he doesn't want to help the current president. His disdain for Joe Biden, his level of sore loserishness that he has, is so pathetic and sad that he would rather take that to the grave, maybe literally, that willfulness, that irresponsibility as a leader to share with his people, the people who believe in him, what's right. And every day that he doesn't do it, he's losing more lives of his supporters. People who believe him, they're on their deathbed begging for a vaccine when it's too late and imploring everybody else to go get a vaccine. Because now, at the end, when it's too late, they realize their mistake. He's well established that he believes in the vaccine, but he doesn't care whether you live or die. I don't make my decisions on my personal health and the health of my family based on Gavin Newsom. But there are people who depend on Donald Trump. They live or die by his word. Right or wrong, that's what they do. And his responsibility, even though he's not president anymore, is to share the truth with them. And he won't do it. And it's out of spite, it's out of ignorance, it's out of irresponsibility and selfishness. It's what he is, and I don't know what else to say, but I hope that whatever Trump supporters are still alive after this election's this term in Joe Biden's presidency will remember how much he didn't care about their lives. Anyway, I'll be catching up with you all again very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, don't be afraid to question the consensus.